You're watching First News at 5. Your news and weather headlines start right now.
Good evening, I'm Molly Martinez. Today at the White House, the Trump administration is tackling the affordability of medication. President Trump released a blueprint to lower drug prices, out-of-pocket costs, and floated pharmacist gag rules. Daniela Hurtado spoke to people in our area to find out how this could affect them and the community. Daniela?
Molly, the plan would get rid of the gag rule, allowing pharmacists to tell patients about lower cost options and medications. Bismarck-Burley Public Health says currently they try to give patients as many options as they can to afford their prescribed medications. But this new proposal, they say, can benefit many.
I think if we can lower the cost of medications for patients, that we may see better compliancy taking those medications, and hopefully in the long run that gives you a better health outcome.
On the evening report, we'll break down the proposal for you, and you'll hear from a Medicaid rep who says the process won't be easy.
New at 5, First Lady Melania Trump is on the mend after a medical procedure today to treat a benign kidney condition. A statement from Mrs. Trump communications director says the procedure was successful and there were no complications. Mrs. Trump is recovering at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, where she'll be the rest of the week. She's expected to make a full recovery. A landmark Supreme Court ruling today could lead many states to legalize betting on college and professional sports. In a 6-3 vote, the court struck down a federal law that requires states to ban gambling on sporting events. The rule could set the stage for states to expand legalized gambling as a source of government revenue. In a statement, North Dakota Attorney General Wayne Stenghjem says, quote, "The court said Congress can regulate sports gambling directly, but if it elects not to do so, each state is free to act on its own. Any change to permit additional sports gambling would require action by the state legislature, and then only consistent with the North Dakota Constitution. Until now, Nevada has been the only state where legalized sports betting is allowed." A Bismarck man is arrested for promoting a sexual performance by a minor. Police say in June of 2016, a juvenile female victim reported that she believed someone has accessed her cell phone and deleted some messages. Police have also been investigating ongoing reports of vandalism, terrorism, and harassment, and theft. On May 8th, police executed 8 search warrants and seized multiple pieces of evidence from 50-year-old Curtis McGarvey. McGarvey is being held at the Burley-Morton County Detention Center until formal charges are filed. A cyber tip leads to the arrest of a Bismarck man viewing child pornography. According to the affidavit, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sent a tip to the Bismarck Police Department on February 27th, saying that 50-year-old Craig Dwelly had received child porn through Facebook. Court documents say that Dwelly admitted to viewing child pornography for different websites on his Xbox. Officers found 26 illegal videos and 118 images dating back to April 2015 involving children ranging as young as 3 years old. For a list of those charges, you can visit our website. A 35-year-old Mandan man is charged with gross sexual imposition after reportedly touching a female under the age of 14. Court documents say a relative of Benjamin Gorgon contacted police saying he had inappropriate videos on his computer of a 14-year-old female. On May 9th, Bismarck police say they met with a 14-year-old female who told them Gorgon touched her inappropriately multiple times a week when she was 11 or 12 years old. Gorgon has been charged with gross sexual imposition with a bond set at $10,000. He cannot have any contact with the victim. Emergency crews responded to a crash between a pickup and a semi on Highway 2 and 52 bypass this afternoon. The crash left the pickup truck upside down in the median and damaged the semi-truck blocking the eastbound lanes. It's unclear at this time if anyone was hurt. The crash caused traffic delays in both directions. State troopers diverted eastbound traffic around the crash through Frontage Road, while westbound traffic was cut down to 1 lane. Meantime, a rollover accident this morning in South Minot caused some minor traffic delays. A red truck with a white trailer rolled near the intersection of 37th Avenue Southwest and South Broadway and came to rest at the top of the median on 37th facing northeast. The intersection was cleared by 9 a.m. and police say there were no injuries. Time now is 5:04. Let's throw it over to Kevin for our first check on weather. All right, we look forward to that, Kevin. Thanks.
All right.
The governor's office and the Office of Management and Budget are meeting with all 55 executive branch agencies to talk money. The state is expecting to make cuts in anticipation of a projected shortfall in the hundreds of millions. Andrew Horn talked with some agencies about that meeting. Andrew.
Molly, Tax Commissioner Ryan Rauschenberger, Ag Commissioner Doug Goring, and State Auditor Josh Gallion all said they're happy with talking with the governor. However, all three said they're worried about what the cuts will mean for their agencies. Rauschenberger and Gallion said the majority of their budgets are salaries for full-time employees. Goring says that the Ag Department is involved in more than 100 programs, including disaster relief for farmers and ranchers. OMB Director Joe Morissette wants to help the agencies find whatever savings they can.
We're looking for ideas, we're looking for opportunities that agencies can bring forward because they know their business better than anybody, opportunities that they can point out to us to do something different.
We talked in depth with those three agencies, asking what their agencies would look like with the cuts. You can see that story tonight on the Evening Report.
All right, thank you, Andrew. The Bismarck Family Dollar on South 18th Street is closing its doors in June. Employees with the store say they're closing for, quote, complicated reasons. The Mandan location on Main Street is staying open. Still ahead on First News at 5, a sizable donation made to Parshall Public Schools. We'll tell you how much money was given and how it will be used. Plus, the situation in Hawaii continues to be very dangerous for residents there. We'll bring you straight to the Big Island. The governor's band and choir performed at the Capitol for state employees and the public today. Students from Mandan High School's concert band and Wahpeton's high school choir performed a few songs. Governor Doug Burgum and First Lady Katherine Helgas Burgum said they enjoyed listening to the students. They also presented both schools with an award for being the governor's official band and choir.
Part of what we want to do with Main Street Initiative is support the arts because building healthy, vibrant communities, the arts are an important part of that, and it starts with our young people. When we've got so much talent in our state, it's great to showcase all these young people. Fun to listen to them perform today.
The students that were part of the governor's band and choir were selected by an application process and recordings of them playing. Today in Parshall, the three affiliated tribes presented a $3.5 million donation to build a brand new school for students. Parshall Public School was built in 1962. Over the years, it's seen some wear and tear. The three affiliated tribes have agreed to match fund raised up to $9 million. The project is expected to cost upwards of $18 million. The school is looking to raise the final $5.4 million needed for the project with a bond vote that will raise local property tax.
We have some structural foundational issues in this building, and we have a number of maintenance needs that actually would add up to be almost as much as a new building for our taxpayers because of the generous tribal match.
The bond vote will take place tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Parshall Public School. On the Big Island of Hawaii, emergency officials are calling for more evacuations as the Kilauea volcano threatens to do even more damage. An 18th fissure opened up in Puna Sunday, sending gases and lava exploding into the air. The newest lava outbreak follows two eruptions Saturday. Geologists warn that if Kilauea volcano blows its top, it could hurl ash and boulders miles into the sky. And overnight storms caused heavy flooding in Wisconsin. This is video from early this morning in downtown Madison. About an inch of rainfall was reported in the area overnight. More rains in the forecast in the coming days. Speaking of extreme weather, Kevin, what can you tell the people of Bowman?
Thursday, with that continuing threat for showers and storms, to the low to mid 60s on Friday, with a better chance for more of a rain, not thunderstorm event. Cool for the weekend, but at least 70s by Sunday.
Kevin, I say we play hooky tomorrow and just go straight to the river.
Let's do it.
Okay. We won't
Bring your best friends.
We won't see you tomorrow. Just kidding. Up next on First News at 5, we'll show you how rabbits are taking on their role of therapy animals at St. Gabriel's Community in Bismarck. Well, most of us have heard about therapeutic horses and dogs, but have you heard about therapeutic rabbits? Love on a Leash is a volunteer organization in Bismarck, and it's committed to bringing comfort and happiness to people by using animals, and uniquely enough, rabbits. Today, a few rabbits and dogs visited the elderly at St. Gabriel's Community in Bismarck.
It's a lot of fun for them. I just think a lot of them grew up on a farming community. They had the pets, or they were living with a pet prior to moving here in their own apartment. So it's been a gift to them.
Schumacher says the guests at St. Gabriel's love when these animals come to visit, and they try and bring them in once a month. Well, the World Health Organization wants countries around the globe to cut trans fats in food. Trans fats are known to clog arteries and greatly increase the risk of heart disease. They've been reduced in the U.S. food supply and banned altogether in cities like New York. But trans fats are still prevalent in low and middle income countries. The World Health Organization says a person's daily calories should contain no more than 1% of trans fats. And a salmonella outbreak linked to tainted eggs has sickened at least 35 people in 9 states. Last month, Rose Acre Farms recalled more than 200 million eggs distributed from its North Carolina facility. The eggs had been sent to grocery stores and chain restaurants. Salmonella poisoning can cause severe stomach illness and can be serious. 11 people have been treated at hospitals. The eggs were sold in Colorado, Florida, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. All right, thank you, Alan, and thank you for joining us. Be sure to join us again for the Evening Report in half an hour. But until then, here's NBC's Nightly News.